You mentioned health there, and now, much like the turf debacle, that seemed to be a miscommunication from the government. Now, there were expected to be, the National Maternity Hospital is going ahead on St Vincent's site in Dublin, expected to be announced yesterday, and no, that's not happened.
No, the fact that even they had a big press conference organised at the government buildings late last night, that actually went ahead, but very different script changed because they thought this was going to get the go-ahead of Cabinet yesterday. Stephen Donnelly brought it forward, and this is the proposal, as you said, to have it at the St Vincent's site, something that there's been a row over quite a while. And without getting into all the different details and the different holding companies, basically it's the transfer of ownership from the Sisters of Charity over to becoming the National Maternity Hospital that can provide all the services that people are entitled to in the state, including ones that the Catholic Church doesn't agree with, the likes of abortions,
termination of pregnancy, contraception,
the whole suite of it. And that's where the row is over making sure that the National Maternity Hospital will actually be able to do this. Last night, Stephen Donnelly was saying absolutely it will. You had Rona Mahoney, the former master, saying the same, that the Sisters of Charity have no involvement any longer. But the state doesn't own the hospital and will never own the hospital.
It's insane, this. It's the National Maternity Hospital. It's in the middle of Dublin. It's a disaster. If you're travelling from all over rural Ireland to get to it, to have to get to the M50 another half an hour on top of it, to be run by a hospital that's not even run by the state.
Well, it is going to be run. It is leased for 299 years. So that is the ultimate kick the can down the road problem. Exactly, that sort of thing. And it's like the National Children's Hospital, where that is going to be a €2 billion, probably a great facility, but in the centre as well, not where people can get at. So
imagine
the location is
the National Maternity Hospital and the Children's Hospital on the M50 or just outside. At least it's easy for people to get to.
Well, that was one of the big rows.
The price are already paying for it.
100%. That is one of the big rows. Why are they not co-located? Would they not have been collated somewhere like Connolly, out in Blanchardstown, Greenfield site? People can get to it. As you say, a national hospital. The people could just get on the M50. You don't have to come into hospital and or into Dublin rather, have to park in James.
What happened was everything that's going on with the divestment from the Sisters of Charity had to be put up on the Department of Health website last night because there's a misinformation campaign going on online. I remember Rona O'Mahony on Marion Finucane, God rest her soul, in 2019 going, the sisters don't want anything to do with this. They've never wanted anything to do with this. So this is just holding it up again. We're hoping to have this sorted in 2 weeks' time.
So what is it then? If they don't want anything to do with it, what is the problem?
It's just to make sure that it doesn't. People are worried because these are going to be providing services. It is all about women. Already we don't have exclusion zones where people are going to get treatments for legal services within this country. They can be shouted and roared at.
And you can understand why people don't have a huge amount of trust in the Catholic Church to actually step away from that. And as Peter Boylan has pointed out, we don't know what sort of communications that the Sisters of Charity had with the Vatican when they were discussing selling or leasing out this site, which would have been important because that would have judged over how much they could do or couldn't do.